BearPodcast 480.
It involves showing of more fur.
It's nothing like making a pig bottom squeal than using bacon lube.
Village there full of gays.
Hey, all you bears!
Okay, I just saw this on Facebook today. I think he's closeted. You think he's just closeted?
And I got my ass chewed out by everything.
It's Thanksgiving. The gay, the geek, and the bizarre.
You're laying on the couch eating bonbons and his junk.
It's just that I saw it next to
Do some sexting with
You're listening to BearPodcast.com. He called and then he was freaked out. You're really bitter here.
I am very bitter.
Bitter.
It's been a
Party of
shitty
one
week.
over
The
here.
bitter party of one right here. It's been a shitty week, let me tell you.
Welcome everyone to Bear Podcast. I am Nard.
And I am Ray.
Yes, and welcome to episode 480. And we're recording this on August 5th, 2013. And I just came from Chicago. So we'll get into that later because it's been an exciting trip for me. So I missed you, Ray. It's been a couple of weeks since last week, since we recorded last week. What?
Well, there's been a bunch of weeks where you've been gone. So
Yes.
other than recording time, we didn't have much chance to see each other hang out. So.
I know, right? We haven't watched a movie for a long time.
I know.
Well, the last one was Pacific Rim. That's when
That's
we
right.
watched Pacific Rim a couple of weeks ago.
Pacific Room Jobs.
Pacific Rim Jobs. Yeah, that was the title
Yeah.
of our
There's
show.
a bunch out now. We got to go see Reds 2.
Oh, Red 2, yeah, with
Yeah, bunch of-
Bruce Willis
Yes.
and
Ellen
Mirren?
Mirren.
Ellen Mirren?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm excited about that. Okay. So, Ray, let's do some weekend updates for our friends out there. So what's up with you for the past week?
Well, nothing much. We got the in-law suite done, so that is over with. My hard work, well, not all the hard work at the house is done, but the big work at the house is done. So, got all that done. Cleaned up the house this weekend. I still have about 3 more rooms to hit where they actually get dusted, scrubbed, vacuumed, mopped, the whole 9 yards. Because there was dust and crap everywhere from when they did the demo of the floor and replaced it and all
okay.
that stuff. So trying to get that done. Relaxed in the pool some. Just to chill out and relax because I hadn't been spending much time in the pool. I'm like, I got a pool out in the backyard. Why don't I go get in it sometime?
Oh, yeah. You should.
So, and then on Sunday we kind of took a break and went and had brunch with some friends, Mr. Stepansky,
Mhm.
Eugene, Gary, Robert, and then we got a new guy here in Houston called Darius. He just moved here from California.
Oh, it's
San Fran. Yeah, he's a friend of Robbie's.
a Californian bear.
No, he's actually from Alabama.
From Alabama.
Yeah, he's an Alabama boy.
Does he have a strong accent?
No, not really.
Not
So,
really? Okay.
But it's going to be good to get to hang out with him. He's doing some affirmative action stuff, so
Oh, okay.
that'd be kind of cool. So,
Wow.
to get to hang out and learn some stuff about that. So
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. It's my weekend. Nothing exciting.
Well, mine has been very exciting. It's actually a weekend of reunions for me and Mike. So Mike and I went to Chicago. Why? Because we had to go to Lollapalooza. So actually, that's that's where the BearPalooza guys
Yeah.
got their name from. Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza used to be a touring concert thing from different cities, and now I think starting 2005, they just stayed in Chicago, and it's been there for the longest time. And it was really nice. We were there Friday. We were only there for Friday because that's the only ticket we could get. Months ago, probably sometime last year, of course, when they opened, they ran out of the 3-day tickets. And then they ended up opening one day, Friday only, Saturday only, or Sunday only. And so Mike and I decided we're just going to get the Friday only weekends, okay? So I stood in front of the screen, just refresh, so I could get the ticket. And then, oh my God, I'm in Friday, so I had to buy it. So it's really hard to buy these tickets. It ran out in less than an hour. That Friday,
Yeah.
just the Friday concert. And it was raining that day, last Friday. It rained early in the morning. It was so muddy in the afternoon. So Mike and I went there. We stayed there for 5 hours, 6 hours, just waiting because we wanted to be inside already and situated where we're gonna wait, we're gonna sit, we're going to position ourselves where we're going to watch the concert and everything. So we watched the New Order, and that was fun because it's very nostalgic for me, and Mike, because we used to watch New Order back, not to watch, but high school dances, prom nights. When we were in the 80s, we would listen to New Order, Bizarre Love Triangle, True Faith, and some of their Joy Division songs, Love Will Tear Us Apart, stuff like that. So you would love those songs, but these are new wave music that we never got to see the band with. So now they had a reunion. We got to see them in Lollapalooza for the first time. So wow, this is just an awesome concert. Of course, the younger kids don't know didn't know anything about them. Not too many because well, it's New Orders and it's another band, but this was really big back then, and now it's just really reminiscing our
So just sit
childhood
around and
days.
smoke out all weekend.
Oh, what?
Just sit around and smoke out all Friday.
Smoke? Who smoke? There's a lot of smoke.
I said just sit around and smoke out on Friday.
No, we didn't know.
Like the rest of the kids, y'all are being cool with
That's
the rest
right.
of the kids.
We did smell a few, but no, we didn't. I can't stand that. I can't stand pot. You know that. I can't. Even though I used to be in a band before, but my bandmates used to smoke pot, but I didn't. No,
He didn't inhale.
no, I didn't inhale. No, I inhaled, but once and then. But after that, we also saw the Killers. The Killers was really a great band, and they're really fun and everything. And that's when people got crazy that Friday night. So that was fun. And Michigan Avenue, the whole park was just so full. It was really fun. And we also got to do the sky deck at the Willis Tower, the one with the glass. You see the picture, right?
Yeah. Up here in a minute.
Yeah, it's behind the
The Willis
picture over
Tower.
here.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, it's 103 floors. So we were there, and Mike and I, we didn't have any problem with it. We just sat down on the glass and then took pictures with it. Oh, cool. There's, 103 stories.
That
Yeah.
one?
That one, yeah. It's like we're floating in air. Yeah, it is pretty scary. Yeah, so it didn't bother us, but there's these people who were just freaking out. I posted it on Facebook, and people were freaking out. Oh my God, I can't stand that. No, no way am I gonna do that.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I like that picture. I like that tower. And of course, Mike also did a surprise for me. We went to the Cubs game. I didn't know. We were riding the train, and all of a sudden, there's so many people. Why are there so many people today? And then everybody's getting off at this same stop. And then I looked around. There were bleachers, from the buildings around the stadium. Oh, we're watching a game. I didn't know what it was. So Mike was surprising me. And then I found out there's a website called Is There a Cubs Game Today.com, something like that. I think that's the name. And sure enough, if you type that, there's a simple page saying yes. There's no game. No, there's no game. That's pretty much it. There's a time, what time, and some details about it. But it's a very simple page. It takes half the screen. Only it's saying simple things saying, yes, there's a game.
Yeah.
There's no game. So it was fun. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been to Wrigley Park.
Yeah. Well, they're used to dealing with the Bears, so they have to keep it very simple,
Yeah, that's true. But you know what's funny about that stadium? I guess I got pampered by our Minute Maid here because here in Minute Maid, ours is covered. We have big screens for replays, and there are more bleachers and everything over there. It's really a small field, and it's fun to watch. There are no big screens. The biggest screen that you would see is probably for the scores only. But the next ones will be this big, just for replays. They spread all over the TV. But there's not like a
Jumbotron.
jumbotron. No, they didn't have those. So yeah, and
It's the whole field.
and there are no kiss cams.
What?
No, there are no kiss cams. I guess there's
So
yeah.
you might have made that all day and nobody
Yeah,
put you on.
nobody would have if Mike and I made out.
What about that?
Yeah, there are no kiss cams. But it's interesting because the other buildings outside, I didn't know about this. I just found out about this. I just saw them myself. That there are buildings that are outside that is not part of the stadium, that they have their own bleachers because they can actually see
Over into the field.
over into the field.
Field.
So they have tickets there too. I mean, it's not being handled by
Yeah.
by Wrigley Park because it's not part of Wrigley Park.
Park,
But
yeah.
then the building is high enough to see the inside, so they're
Yeah.
selling tickets there. They have their own bleachers there.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was cool. I wonder how much it would be.
I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's the pretty much the highlight of our trip. Of course, we got to see David and Jay.
David and Jay.
David and Jay.
Heck
Yeah, we had pie.
Hi, Jay. Hey,
And
girl.
Wen and Tony, we got to see them. Oh God, you see this ice cream? Did I tell you? I posted that picture. They actually took a flower vase, took out the flowers, and put ice cream in it. It's one big ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who ate all that?
Wen and Tony, our friends. So they had that. They had to scoop from the inside. It's not easy to eat from a vase.
Yeah.
It's not easy to.
Well, that's because a vase.
It's a vase.
It's a vase.
It's a vase. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ray's all fancy now. It's a vase.
Vase. Actually, I say that because I saw some post on Facebook. If you're one of those people that say vase, and I just want to slap in the face or something, kind of like things. But anyway, yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's good. I'm glad to see.
Also, Aaron and Eric. Shout out to Aaron and Eric. It's good to see them. And we hung out at the where were we? At Touche.
Yeah.
We went to Sidetrack, and we also went to Touche.
Yeah. What bathhouse did y'all go to?
We only passed by.
Right.
Passed by the
I saw
Steamworks.
pictures of people going in the door.
Oh, I sent that picture, right? We were passing by Steamworks.
Right. Y'all just happened to go inside.
So that's what Steamworks
That's
is.
kind of just like that gay hotel y'all stayed at
in Quebec City.
in Quebec, and it was a bathhouse, and just happened to be a hotel. How quinky dink.
Yeah, how convenient.
Double quotation.
Which is true in Quebec City. It was really
Right.
a hotel with a bathhouse attached to it. Not the other way around.
Speaking of bathhouses,
Yes.
so we can move on to topics that we have.
Okay. Yeah.
What happened while you were in Chicago
What happened in Chicago?
that deals with an ex?
Yes. So I happened to text message a friend of mine. He's actually my ex.
Ex.
I'm talking about because I'm a bear chaser and I love bears. And my partner, my husband, my life partner is a bear. But I was sticky rice one time. We're talking about 16, 17 years ago.
Back before Nard grew up.
Yeah, before. Yeah, so I used to date this guy from the Philippines, and of course we moved here, and then we got split up, and then after probably 15, 16 years, we're here. I didn't know he was in Chicago. I text messaged him, "Hey, happy birthday!" So actually, it was actually his birthday yesterday. So hey, happy birthday! And then he said, "Hey, we're here in Chicago. Blah blah blah. We're here for a marketplace, or I keep forgetting. I think it's market something. But anyway, it's coming up next week. But they're here for the week." And then say, "What? You're here? I'm here. I'm in Chicago. Hey, so when would we meet?"
So I went to Steamworks.
No, we didn't know. We didn't go to
And we lived
Steamworks.
the old days.
With the oldest, no, we didn't. So he was
So
living.
basically, it's a lot of
Was lots of giggling. He was at the airport while we were in downtown. So there's no way. It's already 11 o'clock, and I don't think he knew how to ride the trains or anything. He drove. I think he drove from New Jersey to Chicago. So he was thinking of just driving. But then his boyfriend was already sleeping.
Well, the boyfriend didn't need to be there.
How appropriate would that be? Him
That's a
leaving his
threesome.
boyfriend sleeping.
That's a threesome when you get the boyfriend involved.
Oh yeah, and his boyfriend is a bear too. Oh, okay.
Maybe you should take the train out.
I should have gone to the airport and met them up, and then crawled in bed with him, with the boyfriend and
Yeah.
everything. That's right. I could have done that.
Yes.
I'm kidding now. So yeah, the question is, what do you do when your ex is in town? I mean, to me, if my ex is in town, well, my previous ex, my recent ex, I mean, he would be in town. I would meet him usually at neutral places like a friend's house or
Big town
a bar, but not the midtown spa. You don't go to you meeting your ex at a bathhouse. That's not a good idea. I don't think so. So yeah, I'm sure you have your encounters before, or not.
All my exes live in Texas. Both of them. I run into both of them all the time. Well, actually, one of them is my best friend now. So, but the other one I run into, or actually the other one I'm working on with a programming project with right now. So it's kind of ironic.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So what do you do? I mean, do you do that neutral ground?
We talk on
Brunches.
Instant Messenger.
Oh, that's it. That's as neutral as you could go.
Yeah.
Okay. Just I am. Okay.
I ran into them at Bear Watch. They come up and talked to me, and I was polite. We said hi.
Okay.
No regrets.
No regrets. Okay. You know, exes to me, they are stepping stone for something better.
That's right.
That's why how I look
That's
at it.
what
Because,
Robbie tells me all the time.
yeah. Really? Okay.
Just a stepping stone for me to get something. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. No, it's more like there's this chain of events that happen that
Yeah.
if you did not meet this person, you would not meet this person who
Exactly.
would be better for you, or something like that. Yeah. So without my ex, I wouldn't have been here
Yeah.
to meet this special person. So
But then you have to deal with that whole thing is things that you dealt with your exes and trying to deal with things with the new relationship. You trying to live off those experiences and not make the same mistakes doesn't work.
doesn't work.
Because this person's totally different than everybody else.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't always
Apply to
work.
those two relationships sure as hell don't apply to this relationship, so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way easily.
So
Okay.
but yeah. So,
All right. So what do you guys think about meeting your exes in town if they're in town?
that's right.
Okay, let's go through your topics, Ray. What is this restaurant thing?
Well, if any of y'all gonna be in Houston, in Houston for the month of August, we do something here in Houston called Restaurant Weeks. And for the month of August, we'll put the link on the page. There's a large number of restaurants here in Houston that you can go on. They have a preset menu, and you can look at the menus online. Most of the dinners are like between $35 to $45, but you get like appetizer, meal, dessert, stuff like that.
Can you bring it home?
No,
I mean,
no.
leftovers.
Yeah, you can bring leftovers home.
Okay, like
But you get to eat at places like Perry's and that.
big
30
name ones.
Yeah, big name ones.
Steakhouses.
Big name steakhouse, stuff like that. The real big name restaurants, Hugo's, Arturo's. I'm going to Arturo's because they got a deal for $35 where you get appetizer, a salad, soup, dinner, and dessert for like $35. So
There's about 200 here.
yeah,
200
and then they anywhere between $5 to $7, the price of your meal gets donated to the Houston Food Bank.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of restaurants. There's lunchtime menus at different restaurants. So if there's some restaurants you ever wanted to try out, go look at the list on there. Click on, see what their menu is, their offer for that. They usually offer their more normal stuff on there, like stuff that that people normally order off the menu, but they want to get other people to try it, and this is their chance to get people in the door. So it's pretty good. So try it out. I went last year a couple of times to Perry's and a couple other places.
But you're talking about these are all Houston local.
Yeah, this is all Houston local. So if
Houston
you're gonna be
local.
in town, check it out this month. Or if you live around the Houston area, go visit it or something. But it's good. But if you're local, it's a good thing to do because it helps the Houston Food Bank, and it also gives you a chance to check out restaurants that most of us usually couldn't afford unless it's very, very special occasions.
Okay.
So for like $40, $40 going to a really expensive restaurant is not as bad as when you walk in and it's $100 a person compared to when you walk in doing this and it's $40 a person. So, so it's not too bad. So check it out. If you're not in Houston, and see if your city does something like this, because I know a lot of cities around the country do this. Some of them do Food Week, or they just do it a week. But Houston's so big, got so many restaurants, they do a whole month of it.
So tell me about Food Bank.
The Houston Food Bank,
Yeah.
They raise money and get food and give it out to the needy.
Oh, okay.
So
So you spend this much money in a very fancy restaurant. So the money, well, some of them are fancy.
Well, so yeah, I mean, most of them are pretty upscale restaurants and stuff. There's some casual ones on there too, so the fare's a little bit cheaper. But it's all the local restaurant chains and stuff that usually get into it. So so it's a good thing. And then so much of the money you pay towards the meal goes directly to the food bank. Just donated to the food bank. And you just have to walk in, and when you go in the restaurant, say, "Hey, I'm here for the Food Week menu," and they'll give you a special printed out menu for that. Just that stuff that you can pick out, and you get like 2 or 3 different appetizers, 2 or 3 different selections of meal, dessert, and stuff like that. Some of them offer for an extra charge. You can do the wine pairings and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
So it's nice. It's pretty nice.
It's gotta be expensive too. No, that's okay. I mean, it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
And you can bring home. The way I look at it is sometimes if you eat, they have it's a lot of food most of the time, right? Yeah, if you take home half of it and eat it the next day, it's like having 2 meals in one.
Well, look at this way. Like when me and Robbie go to Fleming's, which is on the menu, on the list, If you go to them regularly, it's almost $200 to walk out the door, and that's just a regular meal with wine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With this, you get off with it being $100.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's not something you can go do every week, but maybe if you swing one of these restaurants once a week, you can go treat yourself 4 good times this month.
If you have a date night.
If you have a date night,
Yeah.
you can take a date on this, and they don't have to know there's a restaurant week. You're being cheap.
That's right. It's a
So,
cheap date.
Cheap dates.
Bring your cheap date there.
So
All right.
anyway, so that was this. If you're local, if you're not local, hopefully they have something like that in your city or locally near. If not, get it started. So it's a great way to raise money for the food banks.
Okay. All right, let's move on to a movie and TV news that Ray picked up here. So this is exciting. To me, it is exciting because I read about it and it's awesome. Tell us about it, Ray, about Doctor
The
Who.
Scottish-born actor becomes the 12th actor to play the British sci-fi icon, and the sonic screwdriver goes to Peter Capaldi. Is that how you say it? Capaldi.
Mm-hmm.
The Scottish actor was named the new star of the British sci-fi franchise Doctor Who on Sunday during a live broadcast on BBC America. He replaced the departing Matt Smith, whose time in the time-traveling police box, the TARDIS, ends later this year.
Okay.
So,
Peter Capaldi is he's a very normal actor, but he was in one episode of Doctor Who when I think it was when they were in Pompeii. I think when the what is that? The volcano was going
Mount
to erupt.
Vesuvius erupted.
Something like that, yeah. And they were there, and Doctor Who was supposed to save them, something like that. They were in the house. I can't remember, but I've seen him in one episode. What I'm saying is, I can't remember the whole episode, but I've seen it before because I used to catch up on my Doctor Who, and I saw this guy and I remember him. Oh my God, that is one of the characters, and they're kind of repurposing him to be a Doctor Who. So I guess he
I wonder if they'll go back and tie it into that storyline.
maybe it could be, and he could see himself. I looked at the same guy I was being saved, but he had this guy Peter Capaldi. His audition was actually playing the Doctor in his house, I think, and I read about this. His audition was actually he was doing some Doctor Who stuff at home and acting like a Doctor Who. And that was his audition tape, and the producer just said, "Hey, that's our new Doctor Who."
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, Peter Capaldi. I'm looking forward to it because I don't know yet, but I tell you frankly, I don't like Matt Smith too much.
Well, see, I haven't watched it. I knew David Tennant was. I didn't know that they replaced
I like
him.
them. Yeah, you're right.
David Tennant. I didn't realize they had replaced him. So.
David Tennant to me was a lot better than Matt Smith. But Matt Smith, grew on you for some time, and then now that he's leaving, I guess the new Doctor would be better. Maybe, I think so. We'll see. I've yet to see him act again, so we'll see. All right, let's move on.
All right, we've got some new movies coming out. One that opened this week, which I'm kind of interested in going to see, is called Europa Report. A crew of international astronauts are sent on a private mission to Jupiter's fourth moon. A unique blend of documentary, alternative history, and science fiction thriller, Europa Report follows a contemporary mission to Jupiter's moon Europa to investigate the possible existence of alien life within our solar system.
Isn't it true anyway that one of the moons does have? There's a possibility. There's water.
There's water there. Yes, frozen ice on it. So.
And we can live.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be like.
Well, you remember in. What's the movie?
What movie?
Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
Was it 2012 or one of them?
They went to Europa.
Well, you remember they found something in the ice, and then that's when the Jupiter turned into a star, or 2010 or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
that's good. But I think Europa Report is done by the same guy that did.
This is a movie. Yeah, that's right.
The Australian alien movie.
Australian alien movie.
I mean the South African alien movie.
Oh, I don't know. South Africa.
The one with the bugs, and the guy starts turning into a bug, and they start chasing him. From South Africa. It's very apartheid related.
Oh God! In terms to a bug, the fly. That's a bug, right? The fly. Anyway.
Anyway,
Okay.
some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about, and my mind just went blank like that because I was thinking.
Just email us. Remind us
so-
what it is.
So anyway, coming up in the next few weeks, we got Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters coming out on August 7th. I watched the first movie. I thought it was cute. I liked it. So,
I have yet to see that again. I haven't. I've always wanted to watch it myself.
yeah. So
Mhm.
August 9th, Elysium comes out, which is the new Matt Damon movie with futuristic and what's her name, the lesbian.
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster,
Not
yeah.
lesbian.
And then We're the Millers. We're the
Nobody
Millers
knows
comes
that.
out on August 9th, which looks like it's going to be hilarious. Which is where they take a group of different people and he makes them a family. And Jennifer Aniston's in it. She's a pole dancer, and they go to Mexico like they're in a family in a Winnebago, and then they pack it full of pot and try to make it back.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that looks pretty good.
Hmm.
On August 16th, Lee Daniels, The Butler, with Miss Oprah Winfrey all up in there. Paranoia, which is coming out, and then Kick-Ass 2 and Jobs.
Oh, Kick-Ass 2.
Opens that week.
Oh,
So-
Jobs is coming up. Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked about it
so-
before.
So check those out. They'll be coming out the next
I am
week.
looking forward to Percy Jackson, Elysium, and Jobs. Kick-Ass 2 also. Yeah.
Yeah, Kick-Ass 2.
I want to see what Jobs is. We talked about it last week, but yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Oh, I saw a snippet this morning on Good Morning America because they was interviewing Ashton Kutcher,
Okay.
and they showed him talking to the people as Jobs, and I was like, damn, he actually does look and sound like him.
Yeah, it does look like it.
So it'd be quite interesting.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, okay. Now on with the gay, the geek, and the bizarre. That's right. So which one do we? Yeah, are you gonna take this
I
or?
can do the gay.
Okay.
Okay. The gay this week, John Kerry confirmed same-sex couples now eligible for visas.
Woohoo!
Following the lead of the Department of Homeland Security, Secretary of State John Kerry announced Friday that the U.S. State Department will immediately begin offering visas to married same-sex couples in the same fashion it does to married opposite-sex couples. Kerry made the announcement at the U.S. Embassy in London Friday morning, citing the recurrent landmark rulings from the Supreme Court in support of marriage equality. It's also kind of interesting that Britain just passed a law for same-sex marriages last
Yes, they
week.
did.
So,
Mhm.
one of our most important exports by far is America's belief in equality of all people, said Kerry. Now history shows that we haven't always gotten it right. But Kerry said Friday marked the day when America did, in fact, get it right. I'm very pleased to be able to announce that effective immediately when same-sex spouses apply for a visa, the Department of State will consider that application in the same manner that it will consider applications of opposite-sex spouses. he
That's
said.
what people are waiting for.
Yes. So now we have some friends
Mm-hmm.
that are international relationships,
That's right.
but they live here in Texas. Does that mean they're going to relocate to a state that they can get married in so they can apply for that?
Yes, actually, that's the way to do it. That's what Florida did. Now the problem though is sometimes there are some nationals who would come over here and then not necessarily in Texas because in Texas there's no marriage equality here
Yeah.
yet. So let's talk about New York New York. If you're in New York, you have to marry someone and then you can actually have someone move to the U.S. because of a fiancé visa. The problem, though, is that what if they're already, the guy is already in New York, and then, hey, we need to file for marriage, and I need to get you a visa. Does that mean he needs to go back to the originating country to file that, and then so he could go back? Or
Well, I don't know. I mean, people meet here that are on visas all the time and get married. So,
Mhm.
and people get work visas here and they meet somebody and they get married. So there has to be laws for that. So
I guess.
I would assume so. But I worried because I know we got a couple of specific friends that I know one of their partners. He's here teaching school, and they're not going to renew his visa.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, I wonder,
Oh yes, that's what happens now. He can now with this marriage equality. With
if
this.
they move to a state and
Mhm.
set up residence that recognizes.
That's the point. I think they can get a visa because right now they can file for a fiance visa or a spousal visa, whatever they're doing, because it is at the federal level.
Mhm.
But the state does not recognize that marriage. They can get married. I think they're planning to get married in New York, and then it's like what happened in Florida. Florida doesn't have marriage equality, but then there's this couple. As soon as DOMA and Prop 8 were thrown out, the guy's visa was approved. So that's Florida, and I don't think Florida is one of the states that has
Yeah.
gay marriage. So
No.
no, it doesn't. Right?
No, it
No, it won't be. Yeah, no. Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, it's a good thing that John Kerry is a former uh, not candidate, presidential candidate, and he's very supportive of same-sex couples, which is yeah, it's good.
So it's good. So if we have any international couples watching, and you're getting ready to start this process, let us know how it goes.
Yeah, call in. Let us know.
I call in and say, look, we went and applied for our visa today, and then keep us updated so we can follow along, so everybody can see how it goes and what you have to go through.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not like adoption, because that's a nightmare for some people.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Here's the geek, which I want to do because I think it relates to you and me, Ray, because this is like a um some kind of the start of replicators that are introduced in Star Trek. Okay, so Fuel 3D, Fuel 3D affordable point and shoot 3D scanner to complement your 3D printer, now on Kickstarter. So when the folks behind the Fuel 3D say they have a 3D camera scanner, they're not talking about simple stereoscopic device. Rather, the Fuel 3D is a fully 3D surface scanner consisting of a large number of physical and color measurements. You could think about how will this be used, including geometric stereo and photometric stereo data, which it then combines to create the image. So the kicker is that the device, which kind of resembles a Roomba, looks like a small.
Is it vacuum too?
I hope so, and maybe not. Doesn't know. It costs about under $1,000. Just affordable for some people. Yes, it's not like 10,000 for something, but
That's a white person problem.
yeah, and it works just like a point and shoot camera. That's a pretty big one. Point and shoot. So you simply attach a tag called a target to the person or object you want to scan and snap the picture. Then you can work with the image and export it in a variety of formats. Are you thinking what I'm thinking now, Ray, on this one?
Yes, I'm thinking that if the porn industry gets a hold of this, it will become reality and will make a killing.
That's right.
Because what can happen is, then you can get this 3D printer, and you can go online and download your favorite porn star, and you get a complete replica doll of your porn star.
That's right, and you can fuck the shit out of it.
That's right.
Fuel 3D is
get
this
that big honking 13-inch uncut.
exactly.
The oil can size cock.
Because you don't have to go to an adult store and say, "I want that dildo." You can't say that anymore. You can just stay home and download this picture. Actually, if you're nostalgic or something, or you have a friend that hey, I want to have a replica of your junk, take a picture of it, take a 3D picture of it, and then print it yourself so you have one for yourself.
That's right. Now this is where Photoshop can get in. If they do the 3D enhancement on Photoshop, where they make it bigger and thicker and look more like a Craigslist pic than what it actually is, they could do real well.
Yes.
So there's a lot of opportunity here, people. A lot of opportunity.
Look at how we think. This is awesome.
That's right.
But anyway,
but nothing ever takes off really unless porn gets behind it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Except for Facebook, I still understand it took off without, but it's all about hooking up and being drama queen. So.
Yes. So this is actually made for game developers and artists they use that also for industrial applications. And like you said, Ray, this will definitely be used for porn. Would you think that one of these adult stores, online stores, would actually make use of this?
You get a big enough 3D printer and do your adult size latex screw doll.
Yeah, or Jack Radcliffe replica, something like that. So that'd be awesome. Yeah, 75. So it's a Kickstarter. So they need $75,000 to finalize the product design. It's still conceptualized. I guess they just need a Kickstarter for it.
Get porn people involved. I'm telling you.
That's right. The porn people should just get
Because you
behind
can
it.
start off originally with just like the pussies and the dicks and the balls and the assholes and stuff like that, and then move up into get big enough.
Full body.
Full body. Yeah.
That's right.
And can you imagine porn stores and adult novelty stores like Panda Bear in New Orleans?
In New Orleans.
Having a printer or a life-size 3D printer back there, and you want to go in and get your, I want my Jack Radcliffe or whatever.
Yeah. Or Venice Cub.
Venice Cub doll.
Venice Cub doll.
Or my Nard boy pounding booty thing. And they can go back there and you can order it and go pick it up.
Wow. We think about it,
we need to talk to Big Ed. We need to get in on this.
Yeah, we need to get
at the bottom floor of this while we still can.
We should give him a call and ask him about this. But anyway, so you're right. This can definitely be used for porn, or by adult stores and everything. But this is pretty much like a precursor for replicators, because we've been talking about new Star Trek. They have replicators. I need a screwdriver. Computer, make me a screwdriver, and then the screwdriver comes up. And you get mechanical things. This time, I guess you can give me a latex dildo or something. So you can do that. Actually, you can now do that. You can actually do that. Actually, they've been doing this with metal. There's a metal 3D printer that NASA uses that they can design something. Because, okay, what do you do if you have this device and you break a certain plate, a certain arm or something? What do? You go to the manufacturer and ask them, hey, can you make this again? Here's probably $50,000 just to make it. Mm-hmm. Now NASA can now make their own. What they do is they use this metal 3D printer, and then, I need that part. So they have that part. So they just print it on their 3D printer, and now they have their part. They don't have to go to the manufacturer anymore. They just make it themselves. I myself have things that if I have a 3D printer, I have things. I think if you have your own, the cheaper one would be the plastic ones. It would make these plastic ones, but they're 3D printed, so it's going to be the form that you want, but it's in plastic. But hey, you can do a microphone stand. If I lost this microphone stand, I could print one and then I have a print. It's like a replicator. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this technology. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go to Bizarre. Ray.
Bizarre. 4-year-old boy gets reelected as small-town Minnesota mayor. Must be Republican town. Like many 4-year-olds, Bobby Tuff is set to start preschool this September. But Tuff isn't just your average toddler. At age 3, he was elected mayor of a small tourist town of Dorset, Minnesota. And on Sunday, the town reelected him for his second term. Dorset, which is the self-proclaimed restaurant capital of the world with a grand total of 4 restaurants, has an annual food festival the first week of August called the Taste of Dorset. As part of the time-honored tradition, the mayor of the town is elected too. Dorset has no formal city government, and the mayor has no official duties since it was incorporated as part of the nearby town of Park Rapids when the zip codes were created. Currently, no more than 28 people inhabit Dorset, depending on whether the minister and his family are in town. It's easy to get on the ballot, and toddlers like Tuff aren't the only quirky candidates in the town has seen in the race. A local dog was on the ballot a few years ago.
What? See, that's what's wrong with this, It's a bizarre article for me because toddlers can actually be mayors. That's what.
But it's not a real position.
It's not a real position.
It's like Miss America. It's not really you doing anything. It's just about you standing there and modeling and look pretty and you get a bunch of scholarship bullshit. As long as you don't show your titties in Playboy or something.
Or get pregnant.
Or get pregnant.
If you get pregnant, then it goes to the first runner-up.
Yeah.
And they even have local dogs as part of the ballot. I mean, what can they do?
Could have been mayor.
What happened to these mayors that need to be smart? Oh, wait a second.
That's right.
That's right. Well, some are not smart, I should say. Yeah. But yeah, 4-year-olds, I'm sure they're just doing this for fun, right? I mean,
yeah, it's just a fun thing.
It's a fun thing.
Yeah.
It's just a fun thing. So they just do this because The boy probably cannot spell. Maybe he can spell already.
He
But
can say no.
he can say no, yes,
Veto.
ice cream,
Veto.
poop time, something.
Something like that.
You can do that. Okay, so I guess I don't know. What do you guys think of our articles? Let us know. Email us. Okay, so let's go to our audience comments. Here's an email. Actually, it's a Facebook comment from Benny Cub. So, hello guys, thank you for posting these videos. I just recently started watching. So yes, I'm a newbie. It will take me a while to catch up with all of your videos. As a matter of fact, to be honest, probably won't get through all of them. I'll just do one by one per day. You guys are funny and seem like great guys to be around. Congrats on your anniversary, Nard. Yeah, so yeah, we've been working on this for 8 years,
Yeah.
and we're happy doing
Yeah,
it.
just
and-
go watch the last 6 months. That's
Yeah.
Everything
Actually-
else that is after kind of dated.
That's why we do the yearly shows.
That's right.
Okay, if you go to the anniversary episodes where we
Highlight
the top 10, top 5 videos, back then when we were starting it, we would highlight the top 10 audio back then because this was an audio podcast. It still is an audio podcast, but we
Remember
now
back in the
expanded the
days
video.
when we were in separate parts of town when we did the podcast?
Yeah, Ray would be on the other side of Houston, and then I'll be over here in the north part of Houston. And,
Then we
and
tried doing video that way and it just got too complicated.
yeah, it got too very. It's just better. It's also it gives it a good reason to see each other at least once a week, and then eat out and yeah. Okay, so thank you, Benny.
Yeah,
Thank you, Benny,
Benny.
for your.
And now we have a voicemail from Miss Gary Drenchfur herself.
That's right. Okay.
Well, hello there, Nard, Ray, and Dave. This is Gary Bear from Erie, Pennsylvania. I just got done listening to episode, I think it's 479. Congratulations and happy anniversary on making 8 years. I am humbled and pleased to have made the top 10 for this past year. It was great to have a nice year in review. I laughed a lot remembering what you guys covered for the past year. And also, congratulations sincerely on doing a great job on keeping people entertained and caught up on the news about stuff that's happening not only in the world but in the bear community. I look forward to another year and hopefully seeing all your friendly faces at Drenchford 10 next year. And you guys have a great summer. Take care.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Wow. Yes.
That's right. Gary heads up Drenchfur up in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yep, the Drenchfur.
So go check it out.
So we Drenchfur 10 next year. So
Right.
I think we might go because some of our friends in California are going to be there, and we were talking about it at P-Town, and said, "Hey, we're thinking of going to Drenchfur." Awesome. Okay, so yeah,
Well, that's
it'll be
cool.
awesome. So yeah, thank you, Gary, for the voicemail, and yeah, you can send us voicemails whenever as much as you can. It'd be great to hear from you, listeners or watchers. Okay, let's do some shout outs, right?
We got a bunch of birthdays coming up this week. We got Mr. Kelly Anderson, Darren Brindle,
Mm-hmm.
whose birthday party is Friday night. Are you going?
Yeah, I think we're going. You might see this video. You might see this episode already.
I think you know that.
Oh, he knows already
Yeah.
about it? Okay, Darren, Terry.
Terry Hawkins, Chuck DeVries, Reed Chase Patterson, and my favorite high school friend, Cassandra Hefferdog Wilhite.
Cassandra. It's a she. She's watching.
I don't know if she watches or not. I know she knows about the show because we've talked about it before.
Let's talk about her.
So,
Let's
but
talk shit about her.
But when you post it on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
make sure you comment Hefferdog or something so I can send it to her.
Or I could tag her so she could watch it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Or I can send it to her.
That's right.
Oh, Cassandra. Hey, Cassandra. Okay, a few shout outs from our friends from Chicago who I met up with last weekend with Mike. So, Devin, of course, Jay, and Eric and Aaron. We were there and got to meet some people from the Great Lakes Bear. Wayland. I met Wayland there. He took our picture. He took one of the pictures that we have here. Oh, and Wen. Wen and Tony, actually. He is actually Mike's ex.
Oh,
When is, yeah.
There's a lot of X going on.
So many exes in town. Oh my God. Well, we were in town, and the exes were there. So it's just funny. And that's pretty much it. And I guess we can close the show. That's it. All right. So if you want to contact us, send your emails to show@bearpodcast.com.
Or you can call us a voicemail at 206-222-2327. That's 206-222-BEAR. Call, leave us a voice message, and like Gary, we'll play it on the show.
Yes. Subscribe by iTunes and YouTube and Vimeo, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And go to the official website at BearPodcast.com. Also, you can listen to the show, the audio format, on Stitcher Radio. And very soon, I think we're going to be in another medium. So we haven't finalized it yet, but
What,
we'll see.
Poltergeist?
Poltergeist. Not me. Not that kind of
Oh.
media. But look at the light. It's yeah. We'll see. We'll probably next week. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then also with Bear Radio, we're still playing on Bear Radio every Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern Pacific, and the encore on Sundays 10 in Eastern Pacific also. So thank you everyone for watching and listening, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Bear Podcast. Many loves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear.
20 more episodes, it'll be 500.
Around then, I guess 20 weeks. Yeah, if we can make it.
Well, I told we can make. We're back at Mr. Handy's podcast.